King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William and Prince Edward have posed for a new portrait to commemorate the Order of the Thistle ceremony. King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William and Prince Edward have posed for a new portrait to commemorate a special occasion in Scotland. The royals are visiting Edinburgh to celebrate Holyrood Week, a celebration of Scottish culture, achievements, and important individuals who have contributed to their communities. The four posed for an official photo following the Order of the Thistle Service at Saint Giles Cathedral in the Scottish capital today as the city celebrates its 900th anniversary. Welcome to Royal Pancakes. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click the notifications bell, so you don't miss any news about the British monarchy. In the photo, the four posed together matching in the traditional garb, which consists of green velvet robes and a black and white plumed hat. Charles and Camilla stand in the centre, whilst William and Edward stand either side of the King and Queen. The royal family shared the portrait on Instagram, with the caption, "The King and Queen with the Prince of Wales, known as the Duke of Rothesay when in Scotland, and the Duke of Edinburgh following the Thistle Service at Saint Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh today." During the private ceremony, Camilla and Edward were appointed to the Order, which is the greatest order of chivalry in Scotland. It recognises those who have greatly contributed to Scottish life. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh also attended, however there was no sight of Princess Kate, as she is undergoing treatment for cancer. Following the ceremony, Camilla and Edward were also appointed as Royal Knights of the Order. Alongside the royals appointed to the Order, forensic anthropologist Baroness Sue Black, distinguished lawyer Baroness Helena Kennedy and human rights activist Sir Geoff Palmer, were all added. There are 16 knights and ladies in the Order from industries, such as medicine, law, politics, business and academia. The royals arrived in the Scottish capital yesterday to conduct engagements as part of Holyrood Week, in a shortened version of the usual week-long celebrations. This year, the celebrations have been cut short due to the general election, and will end on July 3rd. Their packed itinerary included a ceremony of the keys, a guard of honour inspection, and a traditional garden party at the Palace of Holyrood House. Other events which may appear to divert attention or distract from the election campaign have been postponed during the two-day trip. King Charles teased Keir Starmer in a hilarious quip during his first official meeting with the sovereign as Prime Minister. Buckingham Palace has released footage of Keir Starmer meeting the King from earlier today, after Labour won the general election in a landslide victory. The King could be heard telling Starmer, "You must be utterly exhausted on your knees." The new Prime Minister replied, "Not much sleep." King Charles, 75, added, "Anyway, you're here?" The Labour leader could be heard telling the monarch, "It's a very quick changeover, isn't it?" Queen Camilla's husband then quipped, "To say the least. Having to get to grips with everything straight away must be quite exhausting." Charles played a central role during the busy aftermath of the general election, which left the Conservatives reeling following a crushing defeat by the Labour Party, which won by a landslide. Sir Keir was welcomed at Buckingham Palace for a private audience with the monarch on his appointment as Prime Minister. He swept into the palace just after noon in a chauffeur-driven car and was joined by his wife Lady Victoria Starmer, who works in occupational health for the NHS. They were then greeted at the King's door by Sir Clive Alderton, Principal Private Secretary to the King and Queen, and Commander William Thornton, Royal Navy, Equerry to the King. Sir Keir later had a private audience with the King, who invited him to form a new administration.